Friday and Saturday. We probably had 150 each day.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
That's a lot of
Yep.
BS.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, this
Yep.
stadium was built in 1969, and it would originally cost $54 million in 1969. And from the pylons that way was what the stadium was.
Yep, this is 2009, right?
This, yes.
Yep.
So, $54 million, and when we built the stadium, all other ownership groups said, oh, look how beautiful that stadium is. Oh, we should build a stadium to look just like
It's
Kansas
still the
City's.
prettiest in the major leagues.
It was flat out, but yet you were close to the players. It was fabulous. Well, 2009 came around and they said, no, we're a little dowdy. So we got from the people in Missouri. You all are Kansas, right?
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, so the people in Missouri paid $250 million for our renovation. So 54 to build it, 250 to make it look up to date. But we're still, I think, one of the nicest looking stadiums
Absolutely.
around. St. Louis, you know, their stadium is really tall, and a lot of the stadiums are tall.
Yeah.
And I don't really care for that.
Yes.
I know a baseball lab where I'm able to listen to the other teams and radio announcers, and every one of them, when they come here, especially the teams that only come here every third or fourth year, they just
Ooh and ah.
they just
At first, you know, opening day was probably opening day crowds.
Sure.
But it was a lot of humanity on opening day. Well, then came the All-Star game, and then came the World Series, and then came the World Series. So we needed this extra
Yes.
space
Oh,
for
yeah.
all of those fans that came through.
Concourses, yep.
Okay, so we're going inside, but okay, see, here's my counterpart. He's coming from the inside. No, hi, everybody. Hi there.
Hello.
How was it? Was it good? Except for that one interruption. Okay, thank you so much, Mike.
Thank you.
I'll see you next time.
Okay, see you next time.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Folks, this way. Thank you. Now, you really encouraged you and Kauffman to get the team. Of course, we were an expansion team.
Right.
You know what, everybody knows what that means.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, Ewing didn't really, he knew drugs.
Yeah.
He didn't know
The good-
baseball.
The good kind.
The good kind, the legal kind, the profitable kind. Obviously
Pharmaceuticals.
profitable.
Yes.
But his wife loved baseball. She said, come on, be a sport.
He was such a good
Let's buy a
businessman.
baseball team. Sure. So, and Joe McGuff says, you're the guy to do it. You're the personality, the ingenuity, the money, the contacts, you could do it. So, yes, have you ever been up here?
No.
No,
Okay,
never
this is
been.
the press box.
Wow.
Well, this is cool. This is very cool.
So this is where Denny and Ryan sit?
I'll sit. No, they do not sit up here.
Oh, no, okay.
No, this is for the writing
Okay.
press.
Oh, the right, so I
The
get you.
writing press, so
Gotcha.
the Kansas City Star and the other papers from the visiting team
Sure.
here.
Okay.
And a lot of muckety mucks from the Royals. I mean, you
Yeah.
gotta have the proper credentials to get in. I don't get in here.
I bet Patrick Mahomes can get in.
I'll bet he can. Yes. And you know, I'm sorry to say, because I love baseball, but it really did raise our status
A level, yeah.
when he joined up.
Oh, I bet.
It hurts my feelings to think that,
Yeah.
but, oh well. Okay, so, you know, baseball is always around mealtime.
Mhm.
Right? 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So we have a chef on staff who
Oh, yeah.
cooks for the people in this room.
Wow.
Yes, and for $8, you can have a salad bar and a meal, all you want to eat. And it's not hot dogs, although you can get a hot dog here.
Wow.
It's turkey tetrazzini,
Nice.
or salmon, or the breakfast would be grits and biscuits and gravy and eggs, and that's on a Sunday. So they're well fed, but I mean they have to be here like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon for a 7 o'clock game. So they're here.
Oh, that's a
I
you know, the chairs look really uncomfortable.
I know it. Well, they're getting ready. Okay, so coming down here, we'll see the view that these people get to see.
Wow. Gosh.
Never had this view.
Nope. Took me outside.
So it's assigned seating, so you have to sit where
God,
they
look at this
tell you.
bed.
And the Kansas City Star people are right here, right
Get
behind
used to
the
this.
square center.
Yes.
And the visiting team would sit down there, the visiting newspaper down there. And if you were a blogger, you might sit up here, but you pay no matter what. Okay, sit here. So, when you come in, you get a key and put it in the silver box in the corner of every window. And these windows roll down,
Wow.
just like a car window would. And they want the window rolled down for 3 reasons.
Foul balls.
No. But I appreciate the yeses. Have you got anything else?
The crowd.
The
The
crowd
crowd,
noise. Yeah.
the enthusiasm
Yeah.
of the crowd.
Electricity.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes people are kissing people they don't even know. It's so exciting. And, you know, that all plays into writing the story about the game.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so we got one reason. What's the other 2?
Weather related?
No.
No. It's not foul balls.
You're out.
Oh, they want to
They
hear that.
want to hear.
They really want to
Want
hear
to hear the
that?
umpires?
Sure.
So
Okay.
that's me.
Yes, they want to hear you're out.
Okay.
The third reason is, and I just maybe made this up,
See how
because this
much
would
it
be
costs.
what I would think, but the smell
Oh, yeah,
of
the
the
hot dogs.
barbecue and the hot
Yeah,
dogs and the
yeah.
funnel cake and the popcorn, oh my God. You know, baseball food does have,
An allure.
a-
Yes. Yes, it does.
yes. So, now there are TVs here, and there's lots of TVs all around the stadium, and they have the game turned on,
Yeah.
but they have no volume.
Hmm.
They do not want to hear Rex and Ryan talk about the play that they just saw. They want to be able to see it, imagine it, and write it themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so of course, the first thing we see is that humongous big screen.
Oh, yeah.
That came with the renovation,
Yep.
and it is 102 feet tall and 85 feet wide. 102 by 85. Now let me tell you how big that is.
Was at one time the biggest of screen of its type.
It
Still
still
is?
is.
Okay, yeah.
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 But if you bought a city lot here in Kansas City, you would buy a piece of property that's 100 by 75.
Yeah.
This is 102 by 85. So you lay it flat, you've got a 4-bedroom house,
Small.
3-car garage, and a pool, no problem.
Cool. Wow. That's
And a pool,
Yeah.
don't forget the pool.
Yeah.
Now, the crowd is not included in those dimensions.
Okay.
And the balls on top, how big are they?
Size of a car,
They're-
bigger
yeah.
than a car.
They're 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
They're 8 feet tall. And when we get closer, you can see, they look like spikes, but they're actually lights. So that when, you know, Selby hits his grand slam,
Yeah.
They
the
light
lights,
up.
you know. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so now,
Man.
look at the grass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, your grass looks like that at home, I'm sure.
Well, he was a fan of Mr. Toma, which I know is
Wonderful.
He's
But-
still around.
He's still around?
Well, he's
Yeah.
not around here,
No,
but he's
but
still
yeah.
on this earth.
What was the
Okay.
first thing he did? did, he was,
the Rose Bowl.
that's right,
He
yeah.
does the Rose Bowls every
Yeah,
year.
that's right.
And he taught, I love our new guy. Well, he's
Okay.
not really new, because he's been around a long time, but he's got the greatest rock star name, Trevor Vance. Is that
Yeah.
not the coolest name?
Yeah.
Okay, but he taught, Trevor was just a pup when he started here, and he taught Trevor everything he
Toma
knows.
taught
Yeah.
him, nice, I figured he did,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's always had the best reputation of all
Say,
that.
we have a bigger screen. And I say,
They're from Texas, of
I-
course they're gonna say that.
I say that's football. They do have a bigger screen, but it's at the
At the
Dallas
football, okay,
Cowboys.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, but not only is it football, but the orientation is horizontal,
Yes.
not vertical.
Right, that's
Right.
true, yeah, yeah, that's true.
Okay, so do you think there are ever foul balls that come in here?
Oh, straight back.
Sure. Turn
Sure.
around and take a look at your wall, right there.
Oh my, there's one right there,
Oh, yeah,
man.
there's a big one. In fact, this one happened
Wow.
in
They're
2012.
coming here, they're sizzling.
He was a White Sox at the time, and that ball, you know, the windows are down, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, this is 9 years of kids putting their fingers in here, so it wasn't this big at the time, but it slammed into the
Oh,
sheetrock,
yes.
and this poor guy that was sitting here, it hit him in the back of the head. It didn't hurt him, because
Okay.
the hurt happened here, right?
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
scared him.
Oh,
Who did
I
you
don't know if he wet his pants or not, but
that would be scary.
he asked for a different seat.
Who did you say the batter was?
Gordon Beckham, you know, and he,
Oh, from a
yeah, for
White
one second,
Sox,
he
yeah.
moved in, I think he's an announcer now, and
Huh.
people from the White Chicago says he's not really that good, but.
Well, I would think,
Oh, Moose.
if you're gonna sit here, that you should sign something that you will use your head to stop a ball before.
Before it hits the wall?
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, the maintenance people did, they used to rush in here and repair these,
Oh,
and
my.
we said, oh, no,
It's a
leave it,
character
because
thing.
Oh,
it's part
Yeah.
of it.
Sure
part
it
of
is, absolutely.
Now, they cannot keep these balls,
Oh,
the writers.
wow.
But they have enough balls, they don't need any more balls, right? So they have to roll the ball down this awning,
Oh,
and the
gosh.
fans, you know, there's a little boy down there,
Oh,
or a
sure.
little girl that has
That
never
makes
had
sense.
a ball.
Sure.
So they're gonna get the
They
ball.
should.
That's neat.
They
Yeah.
should,
That's
absolutely.
perfect.
Yeah. Oh, also, there's no cheering in here.
Hmm.
So this is a neutral zone, so
Yeah.
they can't even go, yay. None of that.
No
And you
clapping.
gotta know that, I mean, the World Series,
Oh,
this place was packed
Oh, my.
to the brim. 250 people is the maximum you can have in here,
Wow.
and it was to the brim.
Wow.
And not to be able to cheer
Oh.
when it, you know, we were down and out so many times, both of those series that.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so here, this is Cuthbert, for you.
Cuthbert,
Do you
yeah.
remember him?
Oh, yes.
From
Third-
Corn Island. Corn Island,
Yeah, I can't
Not-
remember what country it was.
was it
yeah.
Costa Rica?
Might,
No,
I can't, something
Or
like that.
Honduras?
Yeah.
The only baseball player that's ever come from
From
Corn
that-
Island.
From that country, yeah.
And he
Right
did,
there.
wow.
Wonder what happened to him.
I don't
He's
know
not
what
in our
happened to him.
Organization
So,
anymore,
what's his name? Mike Swanson sits here, Swanee.
is he? Swanee, yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
He announced his retirement on the road, which I thought was odd.
The Yankees talked about him, because I think he worked for them for a little bit
He
too.
might have.
Yeah,
'Cause he's been around, he's been with us for a long time,
yeah,
but,
huh.
and, the official scorekeeper sits here.
Oh, cool.
Yep, he's
At that computer monitor?
yep,
Okay, wow.
he's not be careful into your head here. He's not a Royals employee. I
MLB
believe he's
employee.
an MLB employee, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
See, these are open, wonder what they cost.
What was that?
I can start my own blog, I see you have some open slots
How
down
much,
there.
how much do they
How
cost?
much do they cost?
Oh, I don't know.
Don't, if I have to ask, it's too much.
That's right, that's exactly right. Bye-bye,
See ya.
next time.
Okay. That is beautiful.
Yep.
Who's singing? I don't remember. I remember the World Series, but see someone singing up there, national
Like
anthem?
Trisha Yearwood.
Is that who that is?
I don't know, it looks kinda like her.
Yeah.
Who?
Trisha Yearwood.
Yeah, it does, I agree.
I don't know my country singers too well. But yeah, I bet you're right.
So this is 2014, but you wouldn't know who it was if you didn't know which game it was.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, probably wouldn't be hard
Because
to look it
don't
up.
we have an opera singer named D'Amato?
We do have somebody.
She
Oh.
sang at one of them.
Oh,
too.
wow.
That was
Yeah.
someplace where it's not on the tour.
Wow. Cool. Thanks.
Okay, so we're on the 5th floor. This is the Triple Crown Suites.
This is where Brett's at and
This is
people like
where
that.
the owner has a suite.
Wow, nice.
Yep, right down here.
Okay.
It even smells expensive, doesn't it? So you've got parquet floor, you've got leather chairs, you've got 2 big screen TVs.
Lounge seating.
What's in the refrigerator?
Anything you want?
Wine?
Well, you pay for it, it's extra. Well, now don't lean up there. Come on outside. Come on out where you know.
This is just a dream.
Well, okay, so if you want this suite, it's
Yes.
available.
Okay, this one is, wow,
This
okay.
one is available, and it's
Okay.
only $250 a year.
For one season.
But you have to sign up for 3 years.
Okay.
3-year lease, and
Okay.
if you say 5 years, you may
Knock it down a little bit.
negotiate on the price.
Got it.
But
Got it.
I don't know this for a fact, but I would say the Royals probably want their money up front. Right? And somebody who had this suite before put in the heating,
Oh, wow, okay.
because this suite doesn't have it.
Or this one, yeah, you're right. 2 next door to you don't.
But the Mr. Sherman's suite is way at the end.
Okay.
And that was Ewing Kauffman's suite, and it's 2-story. And this is only 1 level, and his suite is 2. Because probably, well, what?
Just show
When
This is a dream.
I worked for a dentist, and they were partners, and Dr.
You
In
guys
fact-
could give the tour.
In fact, the stadium gave him a standing ovation. Remember
Minutes.
that?
Yeah.
Yes,
it
I was here. It was
yes.
fabulous.
It was
We're nice
chilling
people.
how
Yeah.
cool that
It-
was,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, but he deserved it. He was a heck of a nice guy.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy, yeah. I'm glad he did it.
Yep.
Yep.
So who won it before him?
Yes.
I guess.
Yastrzemski.
You know it all, isn't he?
Yeah, like he is.
Was it yes? It was. Yeah. So there was over 30 years between the two.
Yes.
Who's that? Is that Maris?
Ted Williams.
Williams? It is Williams, yeah. Yeah. Classic.
I saw him.
Classic recoil of the swing.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Because you probably didn't know he had any idea how influential he was gonna be in.
Yeah, 67 to 2012. That's how many years
I was
it
with
was.
my dad, watching basketball, and if there was a game on, the radio was on. and I
Frank
remember
Robinson.
that was
Yeah, there's
my
Ted
time.
Williams.
Ted Williams.
Well, and you were in the right city.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, so Ty Cobb only did 9 home runs this year, and he still won the award. Now, Pujols has flirted with this
I
award.
think he has, you're right.
Off and on, but he's never,
If Brett had not been hurt the year he hit 390, he could have
he
won
could
it.
have won it.
Yep,
But
yeah.
these are some great statistics.
Oh, he earned it.
He earned it. Yep, he's a good
And I
guy.
think he still comes in here and still really has a connection with the fans here still. He's He's always pointing in the crowd, waving to people and laughing, and Miguel's a good guy. Yeah.
What?
He needs another positive outlet in his life, maybe he could get to a doctor.
This is my retirement gig. This is a, you know.
When I came here and I was 14, I mean, I was already a big, eaten up by baseball, but this just needs more. I'm 55 now,
I know
so,
the feeling.
yeah,
42.
pretty much.
Well, not
Yeah.
So this is, what's his average?
Oh, his average is, his average.
some thing that I find to be interesting is like the escalator
Yep,
is covered.
yes.
They're all inside, which means that if it rains, the escalator is still working. In other stadiums,
outside.
it's outside.
Is this still the club level though for regular seats? It's got the suites, but is this club level? They probably call it something different. But is that what this is still? There is regular seating on this level, right?
Yes, you cannot get through those doors.
Right. Yeah, here's some sections.
Now these are, if you wanted to have like a meeting.
Oh, nice.
You know, you have your, yeah, there's a perk with you.
Yes.
This is kind of nice for the older crowd because there's not a lot of stairs. And it's undercover. And it's in the shade.
Yeah.
But
The last game we brought Phil, weren't we, in this section?
I thought it was thinking, you know.
Yeah.
There's not any but place you can't get to if you're in a wheelchair. Because we have, I mean, you can get to the dugout in a wheelchair because we have an elevator to the dugout.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the all so the 1985 World Series players are here, and still with us. Of course, Danny Matthews is still with the Royals.
He's the longest tenured announcer now of each ball club.
It's crazy.
Ball club, yeah.
It's careful to watch. And George Brett still works here too.
He works in the front office.
From time to time, I'll see him in the elevator.
Is that his?
I would love to know.
Yeah.
But you know, at first he used to be really involved in spring training. And I think now Mike Sweeney is going to be taking that role.
Oh,
He's
excellent.
Yeah, he's not doing it yet. He's still in the minor leagues, but yeah, there's a heck of,
Oh, I haven't heard his name in a long
What a
time.
great guy.
Glad he's still around.
Okay, so George is the only Royal in the National Hall of Fame.
Yep.
And we love George, so we gave him a lounge. He has his own lounge. Now, if you have 100 friends, and each one of them had $139, you could rent this out.
Oh, that's not
Not bad.
too bad.
Yep. And
Like a golf
all the
tournament.
beer and the pizza
Wow.
that you
Just
want
like a
comes
golf
with that.
tournament.
Oh, wow.
Now, I kind of have the feeling you might not be that popular. So maybe you only have 10 friends.
Yeah?
So you can still rent this for $139 each. And still get all the pizza you want.
Oh,
Neat.
Yep.
Very
cool.
neat. Gosh, that's
So when you buy tickets, like you bought tickets for Sunday, you buy just sporadic games. You're not a
Is
season.
this Mike and Marcia's
Well,
deal?
these are season tickets given to us by some friends of ours.
Okay, so do you get these tickets, do they like you a lot?
We go to half a dozen games a year with them.
Excellent. Where are the seats?
And it was third baseline, just as it's coming around behind home plate, lower deck, about halfway down. Yeah.
Well, this area right here is for the rovers.
Oh, okay.
The wanderers.
I like that.
All out through here, yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
way back in the day, this used to be skating club.
And it was all glassed in.
And it was all glassed in, and you had to have a reservation.
Yeah, you and I. We're both- We're all in different years then.
But in 2009, this became craft and draft. And anybody can come in here, you can stand here, sit here, if you get a chair, great, don't leave because it won't be here when you get back. 80 craft beers to choose from, and they'll make a pizza for you, especially. Now, your favorite pizza, I know, is banana, pineapple, and artichoke, right? So you just order that, and they'll give you double banana,
The
and
pineapple part, you forgot the
and you'll be good
sardines.
to go. What? The sardines, oh, okay, so I'm gonna add that. That's better than I was going to say. But you can buy the seats down here if you want. See, to me, this is too far away from the game. I can't even see the ball.
There still aren't many bad seats.
But, oh, there's no seats. This is kind of a party atmosphere. Although it is really hot, it's air conditioned. If it's really cold, it's heated. If it's a rain delay, you're dry. There's a lot of benefits. But
Slugger, I guess, slugger. But they don't do it anymore, okay, darn
well,
it.
you know why?
It just takes one.
They lost their eyesight. Yeah, I'm not sure. I would want my hair to be all sunny yet. You know.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you that, you know this dugout concourse? There's one on the third base side that you used to go in to get a hot dog because there was no line.
Oh, wow.
I don't think it's open this year.
Oh, really?
Because every time I've been,
Still because of COVID.
it's closed, yeah. Because there's just not enough people. Now, the
Was it?
park
Okay.
is gonna happen. September 28th. So we've got our three retired jerseys, George, Dick Hauser, manager, and Frank White.
Yeah. Does Frank White still ever come through? I know
Oh,
he lives in
let's talk
town.
about Frank in here.
Yeah. 'Cause I know he still lives in town.
Okay, so you talked about the old municipal stadium, this will bring back
Yeah.
memories for you.
I was a little too, I went there a couple games, but I was pretty little. I remember parking on people's yards.
Yeah.
Yes.
For probably 50 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how
Well-
they made their money.
The
Yeah.
Beatles played here.
Yeah, I did remember that. Yeah.
And you never wanted to seat by a post, behind a post.
Now, what you need to notice is
Man.
no blue jeans,
Mm.
no
Wow.
pedal pushers,
True, no flip flops.
no flip-flops, the girls all have skirts on,
Mhm.
the men have hats on.
Uh-huh,
I mean, this was
it was.
it was an event.
That's
Yeah.
a 56 Chevy, so this had to have been the late 50s here. I'm
Just
guessing.
getting ready to ask you
Yeah.
that, looking at that picture, what year
There's a
would this be?
Cadillac.
Right, the Cadillac.
There's Fords.
Yeah.
Now, the longest game in NFL history,
Was that the
played here.
triple overtime with the Raiders?
With the Dolphins.
Right, oh, Dolphins, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who won that game?
They did, didn't they?
Yep,
Yeah.
and when was it, you know? Okay, so when you come to the game, you can come in here for free, but of course, you paid big bucks to come to the game.
Just a great addition.
But this is my favorite video right here. It's a rolling video of Alex Gordon and all of his bizarro catches and some of his, you know, because he had the most outrageous distance
Yes.
from left field.
Yep.
And boom.
Yeah, oh, I
I
know.
wonder if this is on YouTube.
They just did a nice send off for him this year, didn't they? Here at the
Yes, they
stadium.
did. Yep.
I wonder if he'll be in the front office somewhere.
And Tuesday has big shoes to fill, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's okay.
But Benintendi,
Yeah.
now there's one where, boom! That was a face plant. for
Yes, it
sure.
was.
Oh my God.
And he held on to it.
And he-
Yeah. Oh man, he was a hero in left field, no doubt about it.
he-
And do you remember he was a third baseman?
Oh yeah, that's where he come up and played Omaha.
I don't know how you
Yeah.
play the infield anymore.
Yeah.
Falling on your chest, I know.
I
But-
couldn't see the ball.
But I want you to see this one catch.
Is it the one where he jumps into the crowd and catches the foul ball, takes it out of that fan's hands and
Oh, and that
catches it?
fan.
Yeah, yeah,
He
they
probably
both
doesn't
fall
really
over.
like.
Yeah,
that fan.
yeah, I think it was in Chicago. It wasn't even at this our stadium. Bang! Yeah, just time after. He just had no regard for his own well-being.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was something. Reason he won how many Gold Gloves? 6 or 7 or 8 or lost track.
He never. He.
That's
Oh.
scary right there
And
because your
there's the
head
ball.
going. Yeah, you're going headlong into the wall.
And he gets the guy out.
Yeah, he was great.
And you know, considering those catches and everything, he never really got that hurt.
Yeah, he really
Once
didn't. did he?
as a third baseman, he got hurt. He broke his thumb,
Yeah.
and some other crazy things. But
See his pitching guy way to
Will Myers. Number 23, Chip Oneriti.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
poor guy.
I remember all those names from the movie. Scott had him as a customer at my brother that you gotta love his enthusiasm.
You know, remember when he first came? It was like, oh.
People didn't know what to make of him at first, did they?
And Ryan didn't want to broadcast with him.
Yeah, when he loud down, yeah. As much as I loved him as a KU basketball announcer, not a baseball announcer, not a baseball announcer.
Who's that?
Bob Davis. It moves too slow for his style. He'd say, it's probably true, it really is. See, there's dead trees talking right now. That was a Bo Jackson throw. Yeah, Bo Jackson's the man.
Okay, so here's the story about Frank White.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, he won 8 gold gloves, and he was the first graduate of
The
Kauffman's
Academy.
Baseball Academy. And you know, they didn't really pay the baseball players that much. So in the winter, Frank White was on the construction crew and helped build this thing.
Wow.
Do you remember who the only other graduate was that ever played Major League Baseball?
I do.
Who?
Toothpick stuck in his mouth all the time.
Shortstop.
Does that help?
UL Washington.
Yep.
Oh. Just the two of them?
Yeah.
That
'Cause
made
they-
it to the majors.
It made it to the major leagues.
Yeah.
Because it didn't really catch on.
No, yeah, they were,
It was hard to find
were
people
swimming up-
with the right morals, because
Yeah.
Kauffman wanted morals.
Sure.
at home.
Sure.
So as you know, Frank played his whole career here. Then he was an announcer,
yes,
and he got and then
got into politics.
then he went to the dark side.
Yes.
Mistake.
Didn't he leave the Royals though? Wasn't he a Boston Red Sox coach for a few years?
Manager.
Okay, I'm going to deny every time.
No, he was a coach.
He went to dinner. Frank went to dinner or drinks with some Boston Red Sox people of his same ilk. And he was talking bad about Mike Davis.
Oh, wow.
About what, just, I don't know, his bad play or something bad about him. Well, what he didn't know was that they were in negotiations with the Red Sox to trade Mike Davis.
Oh my gosh.
Right. So that's when they said, Frank, we've had enough of you. Out you go.
Oh.
But that's just all
Isn't that a
inside.
shame?
Yeah. And the bad blood, it's, although I think he comes out here from time to time, and it may be because he contractually he has to.
Yeah.
But
And you just know that if he would have been on the Yankees or the Red Sox or the Dodgers, he'd be probably in the big Hall of Fame.
well, and yeah. But he. Okay, so here are the trophies, our beautiful trophies. So do you want to, are we a family?
Yes.
You are.
How are we a family?
Mom, dad, brothers, stepmom.
Wait a minute, Mom and Dad.
In 1992, known in his playing days as the Major League smallest player.
And you're here? Okay. Okay.
They played golf together.
Yeah,
Well, of course.
Oh, there goes that.
And
there's that.
who are you?
he's the son. He's,
The
those two are
photographer.
brothers.
Oh,
Yeah, they're brothers.
really?
He's the young one.
He's the
And the
youngest.
quiet one.
Yeah, he's
He's
the
the
quiet
baby.
one. He's like the way I used to be, because I grew up in an extroverted household and I
Well,
was
you're
always
not
the
that
quiet
way
one.
anymore.
Well, I'm not in that household.
First 3 innings,
Yeah.
and then they're terrible. So now you can bring them out here to the little cage, and they can, with the wiffle ball, somebody like me during the game is tossing the ball to them. They can run the bases.
Sluggers back here
Uh,
sometimes.
sometimes,
Okay.
but this isn't.
So do you do that?
No, I don't. I'm a season ticket holder, so I'm in.
Sure. Very good.
But there's a pitching mound, a batting cage, there's a merry-go-round, a fountain that you can get in and get wet just before you get in your car, and a 5-hole putt-putt golf that's all baseball oriented. Yes, it's very cool. So, I don't know where the kids are for the birthday party. Because I would have thought they'd be out there, but
Let him run.
So is this like the Chiefs Stadium, the Arrowhead Stadium?
I have no
A lot of
idea.
this same-
I have no idea.
Yeah, we went down the field.
Oh, really?
On the side.
Oh, yeah. 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 ball to play.
Okay, everybody, get up. At
40 sense of, is that a good word? Yeah, I remember those. I can't wait to get one of those. They didn't steam on. They bought theirs. Oh, didn't we? I think we were even further down than this, though. Just right behind it.
If you buy between the railing and the railing, it's called the dining room, and you have great steps that you come down to the so the Buckle Hill is right there. Do you want me to tell you about it? Sure. Okay, so Buckle Hill.
You met him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, so after the, you know,
Do you remember the proposal where they were gonna put a roof over the whole thing?
great idea.
Yeah.
Great idea. Clubhouse.
Wow.
We never get to go in there.
Okay.
you know, the players keep their stuff in there, and
Yep.
somebody stole something from Mike Sweeney's locker.
Oh,
That was a while back, but still, we can't go in there. And here is the visitors' locker room, and we have always been able to go in there, except for COVID.
yeah.
So they want the cooties to all stay out here.
Sure, sure. Oh, here's a classic picture. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so here's something interesting about this screen. This was the jumbotron,
Yes, that was the original one, yes.
original one.
Mhm.
Well, it was high tech when we got
Oh,
it.
extremely.
Oh,
But
yeah.
what made the words were light bulbs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy, what a servicing nightmare.
Well, what happened
Yeah.
was,
Order cookie. Oh, that's cookie, yeah.
when the light bulb burned out, they had to replace it. Well, ultimately, the company that made the light bulb stopped making the light bulbs. So now I know, so now they have to take the light bulbs from the outer areas
And fill them in.
to fill them in, so that you knew it was an 8, not a 6. Cause,
Oh, my
you know, if the light bulb was burned out in a
That is just
crucial spot.
It's
So
unbelievable.
we were kind of forced to.
Did they come from China?
Well, I don't think they hated China bad enough.
Dug out with cookie. 30 years apart in their career. Is this a, what do you call it?
Got reminiscing. Come on, boys.
Mayberry?
You know, this is
What do they
only
call that
supposed to
kind
be
of
an
picture
hour
where you
tour.
superimpose something?
Let me see how long
We haven't
we've
had
been.
lunch yet.
Oh. Well, we've been an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes
Oh,
on an
wow.
hour tour.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my,
I
okay.
know it. I'm gonna have to talk about the meeting.
This is not just a ballpark to us. This is a
I
shrine.
understand,
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're in the basement.
Okay.
Oh, we came up a little
That's been there for the
bit. It
whole.
looks like it's really dirty.
Yep.
That's if a guy gets beamed in the face and they got knocked on. Luckily, hopefully you don't have to use that very often.
Do you remember the guy who got hit
Infante.
at Fonte?
Yes.
I admired him so much because
He got up from it, but do you remember after that he started to wear that guard around his face?
well, now a lot of guys
Yep,
are.
they do.
Yeah.
Well, look what happened to Lopez last week. He got up.
Oh, I didn't really. He got hit in the head, the
Well,
face.
when he was playing shortstop, he got all tangled up in his feet and everything else. He made a diving stop with the ball going to the left field. And when he got up, started to get up, he kind of tripped over his own feet. You could see his right ankle way the direction it's not supposed to. And he went down and
Boys and girls, this is it.
So just remember, Brett Saberhagen has walked on these stairs. Yes. Yes. And George Brett. And Hal McCray. Amos Otis. A.O. A.O.
Willie Wilson.
Willie Wilson. There's another buddy of Scott's. Yep. Batting tunnels. So they can just take practice swings in there? Is that what that is? If it's,
Well, it's machine.
is it, oh, it's actually it's
Yeah.
a batting cage,
Yeah,
wow.
it's a batting cage.
Nice.
So why would somebody use that?
It's cold, mostly really to keep your,
One buck.
Cold during the game.
yes,
Yeah.
Cold
yes.
during, not before the game, but
Right,
just
during
cold
the
during the
game,
game.
yes.
Or, why else would
They're
you
nervous.
use that?
Oh, you
Stress. That's
you're
right
a
there.
DH, or you come in, you come in the ninth inning and they expect you to.
You're a
preparing
pinch
to be a
hitter.
pitch hitter,
That's
yeah,
right.
that's a
That's
or if your
exactly
name
right.
is Hunter Dozier and you need a lot of work on your batting.
Or rain delay, I'm gonna ignore that comment. Okay, because if you're frustrated, this door,
Look at the veins in it. Wow,
cleats.
wow,
Oh, my.
Yeah, we got more cleats over here.
wow.
Well,
Sure.
we've had some tough years,
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
so,
wow, Sure.
I can remember George
Yeah.
Brett one time doing some major damage on a drinking fountain.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and somebody told me that there, on the visitor side, there's a bathroom, just like here.
Yeah.
And that, Rex Hudler, when he played for the Yankees,
Yeah.
something bad happened to him, and he went into that bathroom in our stadium, and he ripped the toilet up. And now he works for us. So see, it comes around.
The toilet must.
But he admits, he's the one that
The
told us.
Royals are a forgiving organization.
Well, you know what, I
They
think
they maybe paid for it though.
he
While
left a
working for
note
'em.
on the toilet.
Did he?
Yes, I am the one that ruined it.
Scott, if you were still
So-
working there, you should have brought that up to him if you saw him again.
Oh, this is so neat.
Is this where 22 sits?
No,
No.
well, I don't know. I know where housing.
Housing is right here, yeah, yeah. Was he your favorite of the Royals?
He's the only, well,
So the question was something like, you notice that there's times when young players just don't seem to be real disciplined major league players. The honest answer is he looked right at